Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel and this is one of my dog's Gus. We are going to be doing a nice full body flexibility practice today, so find just a little bit of space to move and let's get started. So let's begin today in child's pose. So you can come over onto your knees and bring them out nice and wide. Your big toes can come together, sitting back on the heels to start maybe, and then just bringing your chest and your forehead all the way down, reaching your arms above the head, softening through the shoulders. Close your eyes and take a couple breaths. He's just taking these next few moments to settle in. Let your chest get heavier. Soften through the jaw. Maybe you can feel your nose pushing into the floor. A little more and a little more. And we're going to take just one more full breath here. In and out. And with an inhale, you can slowly start to lift the chest. Walk your hands in. Lift the hips and bring your knees underneath them. Setting up tabletop, maybe a little rock side to side for the hips feels good. And then we're just going to cross our ankles and have a seat. So just leaning back here a little bit. We're going to bring our feet out, maybe mat width apart, but lean back, bring some weight into your hands, and then just start to kind of rock your knees side to side a little bit. Just kind of loosening up through the hips. And you can keep kind of rocking it back and forth, or maybe you want to let your knees fall over towards the left and hang out here for a little bit. You can just let them fall as far as they want to fall. Maybe you want to encourage your right knee and that shin a little bit closer to the floor by lifting that right hip up a bit. You could even use your left foot as a bit of a weight, feeling the love through that outer quad, that outer hip. Maybe even through the glute. And if you did cross that left foot on top of that right knee, just let it go. Use an inhale to bring your knees back up. Maybe a couple more rocks side to side, feel good. And then we're going to let our knees fall over towards the right. Again, maybe they just hover a little bit. Maybe you can feel the love through that left leg now, or maybe you need to encourage that knee a little bit closer towards the floor. The option to use that right foot as a bit of a weight. Nice job, you guys. Uncross the legs if you did cross them. Let the knees lift back up. Go for a couple rocks side to side, shake it out a little bit. And then we're going to start to set up 90-90. So I want you to bring your right leg forwards. Send the left leg behind you, but in a 90-degree-ish angle, so your knee might be in line with your hip. See if you can bring your front leg maybe parallel to the edge of your mat. You might start to feel that left hip flexor, maybe even that quad. And we're going to take a twist. So I want you to inhale and lift up through the chest and just start to turn your chest over towards the right. So you might be leaning to the right a little bit, and that might help turn the chest. Think about sending your left hip forwards. Turn the chest. Push into your fingertips of that right hand to keep the chest lifted. Awesome work, you guys. Use an inhale, bringing your chest back to face the front. And then we're going to lean over to the right side, and we're going to bring the left leg forwards. Got a little prop here to maneuver around. So bring your left leg forwards and your right foot to your inner thigh. Take an inhale to lengthen, sit tall. Point your toes up to the ceiling and use the exhale to fold forwards. Softening through the shoulders. Feel that nice hamstring. Awesome job, you guys. Using an inhale, slowly lift on up. You can just bend your knees, plant your feet for a moment. We're going to set up our 90-90 with the left leg forwards next. So when you're ready to do that, start to send that left leg out in front, the right leg behind you. Check on that right leg. Make sure it's in a nice place. And then we're going to take our twist. So use an inhale and turn the chest to the left, sending that right hip forwards. So you're probably lifting that glute off of the mat, turning the chest, sending the hip forwards, and then lifting through the chest as well. Feel that twist through your upper body, your tummy, your back. Awesome work, you guys. Use an inhale and turn your chest back to face the front. And then you can lean to that left side even more, bringing the right leg forwards, sending it out long. Bring your left foot to your inner thigh. Take an inhale as you lengthen. Use the exhale to fold forwards, pointing those toes up towards the ceiling if it feels good to do so. Nice job, you guys. Let's use an inhale and lift all the way back up. You can bend your knees, plant your feet. A little hug, a little rock side to side. Awesome, you guys. All right, you can either sit cross-legged or you can join me in double pigeon. So it's just trying to stack the lower legs on top of one another and placing your top foot on top of your knee, and then that top knee is trying to find the top of that bottom foot. So not sitting cross-legged, stacking those lower legs on top of one another, unless you would like to sit cross-legged. But take an inhale to lengthen through your spine wherever you are at. Maybe stay sitting tall, or you could add a bit of a tip forwards here. If you're in double pigeon, see if you can flex your feet. Point your toes straight forwards. Find that nice glute stretch, hip stretch. Awesome work, you guys. We're going to use an inhale to lift the upper body if you are tipping forwards, and we're just going to cross our legs the other way. Make your transition as graceful as you can. Double pigeon, maybe stacking the shins, stacking the feet and the knees as best you can. You might have a space between the foot and the knee, or just sitting cross-legged the other way. But take an inhale to lengthen your spine. Stay sitting tall, or add a tip forward. Maybe just a very small tip forward. And when you're ready, let's use an inhale to lift back up through the upper body. You can uncross your legs, just plant your feet, give yourself a little hug, a little rock side to side. And then let's cross our ankles and come back over into our tabletop. Once you get onto your hands and knees, we're going to reach our right arm out in front and slide the left arm underneath the chest. Try to drop that shoulder all the way down. Keep your hips high. Rest your left cheek if you can. Let's use an inhale and slowly lift. Lift back up. Send your left arm out. Bring your right arm underneath your chest. Slide it under, drop the shoulder, rest the cheek. Awesome, you guys. Use an inhale, slowly lift up. Keep your left arm reaching out and reach out the right arm as well. Keep those hips high and melt the chest. Melt the forehead all the way down for puppy dog. Soften your shoulders. Let's take an inhale and slowly start to lift the chest, lift the hips. Walk the hands in under the shoulders and actually bring your knees together. Start to tuck the toes underneath, sending the hips back to the heels for a nice, lovely toe squat. If you're able to sit on the heels, you can take the weight out of the hands and maybe let your chin fall down towards your collarbone. Bringing some length into the back of the neck. As you inhale, you could roll your head over towards the right shoulder. And let the chin roll back down. Inhale, roll your head to the left. Forget about the feet. Feel the neck stretch. And then slowly let the chin fall back down. Awesome, you guys. Take an inhale, lift your head back up. If your hands are lifted, bring them back to the floor. Untuck your toes, give them a nice little shake, a little love tap. You can keep your knees together, but we're going to sit back on the heels. Maybe you're just going to sit back on the heels. Maybe you're going to lean back a little bit and try to lift the knees. Feel those ankles, the top of the feet. You can have your hands on the floor, behind you, beside you, or rest them on your lap. Let's stay for just another inhale. And then use the exhale to gently bring the knees down. Bring your hands to the floor. Give those ankles a nice little shake. And then find one last comfy seat. Awesome job today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed the practice. It was short and it was sweet. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.